But I did see them years ago when they were Kiss, when Ace Frehley and Peter were in the band. And then awesomely, they're all wearing like giant platform boots and they're on grain elevators and Gene spit blood and spit fire and all that. And then they bring Peter out to sing Beth. And he's 4 feet tall, like they've all been standing there. And then Peter comes out, he's playing the drums, he has no platform shoes on, and he walks out and he's like, hi. And then you're like, well, who's going to play? The band left the stage. They played like a track over the sound system. And then he went like, Beth, I hear you calling. And it was like, who's this for? I remember there was nothing but this will give you an idea of how long ago it was, station wagons full of 10-year-olds, all wearing Detroit Rock City t-shirts. And I sold a J to one of them. Which I've never done in my life, but that was years ago, so don't come after me. Arizona PD, Arizona 5-0. Yeah, a kid came up and he was like, can I buy one of those from you? I'm like, it's $1, kid. Like, I was in high school. I was pretty drunk.
You were the nicest pusher ever, $1.
I was, $1. Yeah, I know. Now it'd be like, $580 for a quarter. But they don't talk on stage, right? They just scream. Paul Stanley, the lover. Because Gene is the repulsive one, and Ace is the one who's a starfish or whatever, and Peter's the small cat that has no shoes, and then the other one, Paul, as the lover, he has like red lips and and he's buffed. I've seen him in Los Angeles.
Oh, he's cut.
Yeah,
at Restoration Hardware. The dude is like a monster, right? And but anyway, on stage he doesn't talk, and he's in charge of talking to the crowd, so he'll go like, how many people here like the taste of alcohol? That's all, their pattern never changes.
Others hurt.
And if you go on SoundCloud, there's a 50-minute compilation of Paul Stanley talking to the crowd everywhere on Earth. So it's just one after the next. All right, Toronto! I remember I saw them the night Elvis Presley died. It was 1977. I was but a child. And at the end of their show, and they've hammered through everything. They've done God of Thunder and Christine and all that jazz. At the end of the show, Paul goes, we'd like to dedicate this next song to the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. And then they did Jailhouse Rock. But they did it like Kiss. So it was like, boom, 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 boom. And I remember being very drunk and 16 and turning to my friend and going, why are they playing Elvis Presley? And then the next morning we woke up. No phones in those days. Yeah. I just spit up my coffee.
All right, listen. I want to know if we got any people here tonight that like to get high.
Clearly, that's why they're at your show, Broham. In fact, there's one 10-year-old with a J that I sold him. That's how much he likes to get high.
Wow, we like to get a little wasted. We like to take a taste of alcohol.
Why is he so vague and generic about it? Alcohol? What kind? Everclear? Tequila? Most people just have beer, I would think, on the way to...
I like that he's not brand specific.
No, he's not.
They weren't into the marketing yet.
Right.
Gene told him to leave that open because that's a possible sponsorship opportunity.
Yeah, I was going to say, Gene, you'd think would be all over that. How many people like the taste of delicious Chambord imported from France? How many people like...
With just a kiss of raspberry. Try some today.
In those days, we used to bring in... this is before everybody drank bottled water. They would sell lemonade in jugs at the store. You remember those jugs?
Yeah.
If you're well, this is the Southwest. You know what I'm talking about. And we would pour out half the lemonade and pour in vodka, and that was how you were sneaking it in. No,
it's just my vodka, sir.
Yeah.
Just bought it from a kid in a stand right down the road.
There'd be a dumpster right before the entrance to the Cow Palace where the security guards would just be taking these jugs of vodka from everyone and throwing them in a big...
So if you weren't going to the Kiss show and you lived in the area and you wanted to get wasted, just hang out by the dumpster, grab a couple and run.
You could stand there and wait for the vodka to be chucked. The traditional tossing of the vodka before. How many people brought a jug of lemonade?
Greg Proops, he's in town at Stand Up Live this weekend. The taping of The Smartest Man in the World Proopcast is tonight. It's live. It's unscripted. It's a lot of fun. You want to be a part of it. And I do believe we have a couple of tickets left to give away.
We only have one pair of tickets.
We're going to put a spoon in the center of the room, and everybody will fight to the death.
Do a Paul Stanley impression when you call in.
There you go. Best Paul Stanley impression wins a ticket.
I love it. Because you know what we serve at Stand Up Live? They have delicious food, but they also have alcohol.
602-260-9393. Greg, thanks so much for hanging
Thanks,
out.
fellas.
Click podcasts on the Mornings tab at kdkb.com for full bullshit and more bullshit if you press this button now.